Imagine getting paid just for sharing your thoughts on products and services you use every day. With Survey Junkie, it's that simple. Click on the link in the video description to discover how you can start earning today by taking surveys.
The Bridgerton mirror scene in Season 3 Part 2 has sent fans into a sexually charged frenzy as Colin and Penelope shared a tender and passionate first time. And for those religiously rewatching all the steamiest scenes, there is a way to enhance the experience even further by just changing one setting on Netflix. In Episode 5, the newly engaged couple find themselves alone in the home that will one day be theirs. As they share their undying devotion for one another, they end up in front of a mirror, where the third Bridgerton brother continues praising and caressing Penelope. The way your eyes shine when you look at me, like two blue pools. The firmness of your lips parted just so. The softness of your skin, he says in awe. Everything quickly escalates as they share a steamy kiss and begin undressing one another, with Penelope looking at her nude body in a mirror in a moment of stunning empowerment. The scene has already been hailed perfect by viewers, but if you switch on audio description, as suggested by some viewers for the previous steamy carriage scene, you can even more sensual description. The option is traditionally there to make programs more accessible for people with visual impairments. To change the setting while watching an episode on Netflix, all you need to do is to click audio and subtitles, and then under the audio section, select the option for audio description in your chosen language. But if you want a taster of what is to come, we have the full audio description ready for you to read through. As mentioned, the scene begins with Colin praising Penelope as the cleverest, bravest woman he has ever known and plucked the hairpin from her locks. The audio description reads, he softly draws a hairpin from her auburn curls. It drops to the floor. As he continues his charged compliments, the audio description says, he schemes a finger across her lower lip and down her neck. He then makes reference to the sexy dreams he has been having about Penelope since Part 1. Clearly implying he wishes to see them become a reality. The audio description continues, she watches in the mirror as his hand presses against her bodice. She places her hand on his as he squeezes. She turns and kisses him hungrily. After they both commit to going all the way, the description ramps up a notch, leaving no stone unturned. To view this video, please enable JavaScript, and consider upgrading to a web browser that supports HTML5 video. He spins her back toward the mirror. Standing behind her, he unfastens her gown. It slips off. He unties the laces of her pale corset. Watching with wide eyes and parted lips, she holds it in place as he carefully loosens the silk ribbons. Her slip falls. She stands exposed before him. She quickly lifts her hands, covering her ripe breasts and rosy nipples. At this point, they both move from the mirror to the rickety sofa to take things to the next level, and Colin begins to undress, while Penelope drapes herself over the chaise. Back to the audio description. To view this video, please enable JavaScript, and consider upgrading to a web browser that supports HTML5 video. He pulls off his shirt, revealing his rippling midsection and broad chest. Penelope's breath grows shallow. Her gaze lowers. He unfastens his wide leather belt. She watches with heavy-lidded eyes. He drops his trousers on the floor in front of him. She blinks rapidly and dips her chin. He moves toward her, his lean figure and firm buttocks backlit by the light pouring in through the sheer curtained window. Colin then comes to straddle her over the chaise, praising her beauty. Penelope then asks him to tell her what to do, to which Colin replies, for her to touch him anywhere. Then the description continues, her bosom swells as she gazes up at him. She runs her fingers through his thick brown hair, then slides her hand along his powerful shoulder. She trails it down his chest and along his taut flank, until it disappears beneath the blanket. Before Penelope can go any further, Colin stops her to pay in kind and show her what happens next. He slides his hand down from her waist over her rounded hip. He pulls the blanket down, exposing the soft pearl-white skin of her thigh. He smooths his palm inward between her parted legs. Her eyelids grow heavy. They kiss, deeply and unhurried.